There we go. That's better. Oh, using a little bit of this dragon skin stuff. If you guys have ever seen this, the dragon skin stuff works pretty good. It's like a good tape that works really good on the inside of your bodies. Pretty much for indoor stuff only. I don't know how well it works in the dirt. I can't account to any of that, but yeah, just had to get this thing repaired. We're gonna have to take the wing off right now and get a new wing put on. But let's dive into today's episode. What's going on, everybody? Walter with the RC Addiction Vlog. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC Vlog. Couple of exciting things today, guys. Today's Sunday. We didn't have club racing today. Everybody raced up at Rick's at the round 2 of the fall brawl. Excuse me. So congratulations to all you guys, all you podium winners this weekend up there. It looked like you guys had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it due to my daughter's birthday party. So, but that was more important than going to an RC race. So we decided to take advantage of them having just regular practice on Sunday and try and go log some laps. So we did. We did a little bit more testing with our new T7, and I think we got her dialed in, guys. Some of the lap times, I'll put them right here in the video that I was turning today, was 2 seconds faster than my old truck, just based on a few different adjustments and adding some weight and adjusting the battery before we went out this morning, and made a world of difference. Made an absolute world of difference. So that was really cool. We were able to get some good laps. I was bummed I wasn't able to be there all day either today. The guys, some of the buddies ended up showing up late, which was kind of bummer, but I ended up having to leave. So, but we were excited about logging some good laps. I mean, that's what we've been needing from this, especially with us changing the truck up. So that was really cool. And then got our 21.5 all dialed in, got our endpoints figured out from Thursday. We had an issue with our endpoints, and so we got that buttoned up, and that's dialed in and ready for our next race. Now, I know I've been really on this 10 scale stuff, and I know you guys, I told you guys a while back, if you guys been watching the channel for a while, you guys had saw my 8 scale that I got about 3 months ago, and I finally got all the pieces together to be able to put this thing together. So I'm gonna clear some room here. Let's see. Okay, this is gonna be good, guys. You guys are gonna like this. Boom. Now, just to give you a comparison of 8 scale to 10 scale, these buggies are much bigger. Look how much bigger. Look at the size difference in that. Holy smokes. I'm excited though. I am overly ecstatic to give this version of racing a try. I've been actually needing to get this thing all wired in. I finally got the electronics for it a couple weeks ago. The servo was kind of my last missing piece. And I did this build, guys, for a couple different reasons. A, I can't really afford to build a brand new Techno 2.2, which is really what I want to build or wanted to build. And between the cost of the car, between the cost of all the electronics and everything that goes into it, I just didn't want to go that deep into it. So I ended up buying my electronics. I did buy my ESC and my motor and my servo all brand new. Now I have receivers and everything that'll work already, so I didn't have to buy that. But as far as the car goes, we are very inexpensive. We are under, I would say, probably in total with this thing with body painted, ready to go, I'm going to be under like $650. Maybe a little bit more. I might be just under 700, which is pretty good in my opinion for being able to get either deals on the electronics, get a deal on the car itself, be able to have tires and wheels to be able to get this thing on the track right away. Now, we obviously don't know if these will be the right tires and wheels for us, but that doesn't really matter right now. Like, we don't even know what we're going to need until we get there. So we will focus on that when we get to that point. But we wanted to get this thing up and running. And I know that everybody's like, well, you're going to need a little bit of everything. I get that. And we will get there. We will get there. But this is a build that I did to show that it's not always that expensive to get into it. If you are patient and take your time getting some of the electronics and not just having to go out and buy brand new, then yeah, you can definitely spend a buttload of money. But that's not what I wanted to do and couldn't do. So you have to figure out ways to be able to do stuff if you can't do it the old fashioned way, I guess, if you call it, which is just buying everything brand new and going for it. And I'm not saying that it's bad that the people that can do that. I mean, kudos to them. I wish that I had the money to dump into both this buggy and be able to do a truggy in the new Techno 22s. I think that those are the best platform on the market right now. Everybody knows that. Um, but that's not what's realistic for someone like myself who's racing on my own budget. So we're gonna get this thing rolling. And shout out to Baby Bartle today, man. He helped me get the servo and the motor and all the soldering done for the motor, and get all the wires routed underneath the battery tray and taped down. Like, he killed it this afternoon trying to get all that done for me. So thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. Um, Outside of that, guys, I'm this car is probably not going to get used for a little while. Probably not till this spring. Um, but this is my Kyosho MP10E, and it is a unit. This is what I call a unit, or an RC car, because this right here is what, like, I don't know. Most of us are seers, what, I don't really care if you're into 10 scale or even smaller, like we do the GT12 on road stuff. And 8 scales just got that, like, next level of everything. Whether it's track size, whether it's size of the cars, whether it's the size of your ESCs and your motors and your tools and everything. It's just like a next level. It's just that next, I don't know, it's crazy. When I was watching Brandon do some soldering for me today, it's just like, man, the size of this ESC. We ended up going with and I don't know if you can see it in the video, I'll try and put it up nice and close, but it is the new Coyote Crest 8. It's got their Bluetooth and everything built into it. Like, I'm super excited, guys. We went with the Exalt servo and the Hobbywing 1900 kV motor. We've got ProTech Race Pack on the way for it. And like I said, we've already got the receivers. So this thing's almost ready to go. We have a Raw Speed body, which I'm super excited for because it looks epic. I'm a huge Raw Speed fan, and their 8 scale buggy body is sick. And so I Pickle Rick up at Shake Paints in Roseburg. That dude is gonna kill it with the paint job. I already know, and you guys know what he's gonna do. He's gonna do the same thing that we do for our 10 scale stuff. It'll be something that's got you know, something like that, but for our 8 scale. So super excited for that. We got a couple things we need to do to the stadium truck and the 21.5. I think I'm going to change the shock fluid in the 21.5. It felt a little sluggish coming off of jumps. It felt like the shocks were very slow to rebound, so it didn't feel like it had its full stroke to land coming down on some of the big tables. So I'm going to go a little bit thinner in the shock oil. Tough part is that could change again because of how cold the weather here is in Oregon, and it's getting colder. So yeah, that's kind of the game we play here, unfortunately. And yeah, we'll get that done. And yeah, today was a fun day at the track. I was able to log some good laps, and I was so stoked, guys, on my stadium truck. Like, it was. I've been struggling, bussing a little bit with that class. I was doing good, and then I got rid of the 6.2, and now we're on this new platform, and it's a lot better. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot better. But last Thursday when we went to practice, I was like, man, I'm back to square one on struggle bus, okay? And just had to kind of chalk it up to know, think, okay, we got to go back to square one. So that's what we did. We did that today. I made some ride height adjustments, some spring adjustments, rear spring change as well, battery change as well. I went with a bigger battery pack, believe it or not, something a little bit more heavy because I am on that Vision carbon chassis. I think the weight savings. After we put it on the scale, I realized how low I was in weight, and so I ended up switching out the shorty pack for the big pack, and that and the battery weight and servo weight we upped a little bit. And I mean, that's a lot of changes, of course, for any RC car to add that much weight, change rear springs, do a little bit of camber adjustment. Like that's a lot to change up, but I'll tell you what, it was worth it. There was some that I think I'm going to go back. I think I'm going to take the camber adjustment out and just keep the ride height where it is now, and go from there, because I think it was a little. It's the back end of the car was swinging around a little more than I liked. It wasn't. I like the rear end to be a little sluggish, believe it or not, because I feel like I can stay on the gas longer if it is. Um, and that's just my driving style. I don't know. Everybody's got a different driving style. Some people like the car to rotate really, really quick, and I'm kind of the exact opposite. I don't want it to. I'd rather have to either speed up the dual rates to get the car to rotate a little faster, or just get on the gas, and be in the power. Because if you're in the power, that means you're advancing down the track, which means a quicker lap time. So outside of that, I getting used to that stadium truck too. It is definitely got way more steering than my old T6 did, by far a lot more steering. So that part's getting taking some getting used to. And then yeah, short course. We're not really messing with short course because that one's up on the consignment shelf at Poor Boys. So if you guys know anybody that's looking to get into the racing stuff, I know we've got quite a bit of stadium and short course stuff that's up for sale right now. Because we're all just trying to build the new ones. It's not that we're getting out of that class. We're just trying to build the new one, and a lot of us have to quote unquote sell the old stuff before we can get the new stuff. So with that being said, mine, a few other racers there have some units on the shelf, some better than others, some come with more than others. So there's a few different things to pick from. That's a good time to go shopping at Poor Boys for race stuff right now. I think they've got a couple different units that can go down on the track fairly quickly, which is nice. So if you are looking for something, make sure you stop by there and take a look. Those guys are always super helpful. Chris, Adam, Brandon, whoever you need. So our buddy Eric was putting his T7 together at the track. I was kind of watching his live RC practice times today. It looked like he was doing really, really well. So kudos to you. And yeah, today was a good day of practice, guys. We're like I said, I keep saying it over and over and over again that we're trying to just keep dialing in our race program. I was just the only reason I even showed you this today is because I'm just so excited and how big and how beefy this 8 scale electric buggy is, and I'm just so excited to go send this thing off like 60-foot triples down at Chico. Like I'm just ready to do it. And I think that, believe it or not, like this is the style of basher that I used to run as a kid, that my cousin used to let us run, and I drove them really well, believe it or not. So I don't think, I could be totally wrong, and I probably am, but we're gonna find out if we're even good at it. So we appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you smash that like button down below, and then I will put a link to all of the stuff that we used in this. If you're interested, I'll put the main link down below, so that way you guys can check it out and see if it's something that you may want to run in your 8 scale if you get into it. So like I said, we appreciate you watching, and until next time.